Hey guys, Metric Motorcycle Madness here again today. We're going to show you how to remove the rear wheel from your Suzuki Savage. Pretty close across a lot of metric cruisers with belt drive and rear drum brake. So your first step, you're going to need a couple tools, a large adjustable wrench or a large standard wrench or socket, breaker bar, something like that, correct size to your axle nut. Handy to have any other wrenches around, a little bit of PB Blaster, some penetrating oil. Your first step is going to be to remove the rear brake cable if you have drum brakes. So basically, you have a little on your right hand side, kind of hard to see here without the light, but you have a little adjuster here that spins, that attaches onto the lever here of your drum brake. Just loosen that and pull your brake cable out of there. Just be careful when you do that. Don't lose this little spacer here. You will need that for reinstalling. After you have removed that, you can remove from both sides. These sit onto the axle. These are your these go and hold in your adjusters, and you just loosen the lock washer or the lock nut, and then loosen the entire bolt, and then pull those out on both ends. Pretty simple. Oh, well, now that we've gotten this far, I forgot to mention, jack the bike first. So you don't have to have a bike jack to do this. You can, though it's easier. However, easiest jacking points would be the swing arm here, or if you want to get really simple, I just went to the left side foot peg. And then, I mean, obviously I've done this with a floor jack to get it up on the right side. But then you need to put something else down. What works pretty good, it's kind of hard to get a jack stand on the right side because otherwise you'd have to remove the exhaust. And you don't really have to remove the exhaust to do this. But over there, we just basically tipped one on its side and then set that on the frame and then dropped it down. Anyways, back to removing this. Then your right hand side, you're going to put your large adjustable on there, or whatever size lock washer this is. Some of them are lock washers on some bikes. Other ones will have a washer with holes through it, and you'll have a cotter pin you'll have to pull out that locks that in place. Not sure what size this is. This looks, I don't know, maybe like a 21 millimeter or something like that. And basically put your wrench on the right side, left hand side. You're going to hold the axle on the left hand side with the wrench, and then from the right hand side you're going to turn to loosen it. Pull your washer off and your nut, and then you may need a dowel or something, or a punch. Honestly, it's usually loose enough by hand if it was lubricated well enough at the factory when they installed it. And you can pull the axle out the left side. Make sure not to lose your spacers and, you know, all your parts that go back in. Pull that out. Your belt will be loose then, so you can push the wheel forward. You can slip your belt off of your drive assembly. Now, I don't have it jacked up super high, so I can't really straightly remove the tire easily. But you do not have to take the chain guard off, from what I can see, to do this. What I'd recommend doing instead is wiggle your wheel a little bit to the left. And it's kind of hard to see here, but you can wiggle your brake drum assembly out, which has your brake shoes in it, from the right-hand side, and that gives you all this extra play. And if you got it correctly, now you're almost to the point where you can roll it back out of the fender. Probably won't even have to take this off. Now what we're going to do here is we can actually remove this. Or, easier way, just deflate the tire, and then you have enough clearance to get this right out of here perfectly. And then you can remove your rear tire from there, and we'll do that right now and show you how it wheels out. So yeah, we definitely had to deflate the tire all the way and pull off the drive from the left-hand side and wiggle that out. After we did that, basically slanted the tire, and you had enough clearance holding the tire down without removing the guard and even the plate, just to push it down and then squeeze it out, roll it out through there, and your tire is out. From there, you can replace your tire, or you can actually don't even have to remove the tire from all the way from underneath. You could just let it hang if you needed to replace your brake shoes. All right, thanks guys.